Hey, first time recording in this new office, which I'm not really going to show you much of. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that better? You know, it doesn't really matter because I'm not going to be showing the webcam too much on this one. Anyway, let's get into it. So, we're not going to use the webcam today. I wanted to do, what is this? WebGL stuff. Wait. So this is a little complicated because I am recording on the same computer. It's not the ideal setup, but it might work okay. I don't know. Anyway, so I mean, I'm using a capture card, but plugged into the same computer, which is not something you normally would do or expect it to work that well. I wanted to combine this shader with this one here, and let's go back on this one. And basically, yeah, I like this one. It's kind of got this ghostly vibe to it. And I poked around a bit and saw you can add color here. If I think, let's see. If I comment out, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go back. Okay, I comment out red, and I comment out green, for example. Then you get blue. Well, it's very blue. Anyway, that's why this one works. So, if you don't know where I'm at, this is GLSL Sandbox view. Well, it's like the 4chan of shaders. So, this makes me. I don't like this moving up and down thing that's going on here. Anyways, going to combine these two shaders. Now, I am going to be. I don't think this is going to be part of my official tutorial on the channel. I'm going to be making better videos where I explain in more detail, but I just want to get back making videos because fell behind a bit. Basically, I moved to a new place and it was kind of hard to focus and make videos and stuff. So anyway, I've got this new office place where I'm at. Anyway, this one has this orb that is glowing, which I thought, anyway, I wanted it. So I'm gonna just show you kind of what I did to kind of combine these a little bit, these two shaders. Now let's look at what the results look like here. I don't know how well this is gonna come out. It's going super slow because I'm recording right now, I think. Yeah. It has this flash is weird. I'm gonna work on that, try to make it better. It's got this glowing orb that is moving. It's going very slow. Anyway, yeah, those results. So, like I said, this is we're just kind of exploring here. Now, basically, let's see, I'm going to start with one of these shaders and then get back to where I am here. Let me just make sure here that this is all good to go. Okay. And so let's start with the other shader here. It seems a little simpler. So I'm going to copy all of this, okay? And then, okay, just to give you the basics, like all of this stuff happens on a little rectangle. Yeah, so you need to get the rectangle set up, and then you need these uniforms. So again, this is not the proper proper tutorial, you know, from the ground up. Just making a video here. And there'll be more tutorials soon. Also, this is WebGL, so you know it's a little different from what we've been doing. But this is GLSL right here, and except for this part is the JavaScript, and then like a backtick right there. Like a backtick or a backtick? I think it's a backtick. And by the way, in Sublime you can have this GLSL, what is it called? Syntax highlighting. That is a package, so you need to install the package for that. Okay. So let's see here. I'm gonna cut out some of the stuff. And I'm going to cut it out up to here because I've already got this stuff, which is time, mouse, resolution. All right, now I'm just setting these two, as you can see, to 1.0. So that's what all I'm doing from now. Time is being passed in as a uniform. That's it. It's being incremented in the JavaScript that I have. This is my output color. This is just the fragment shader, okay? The vertex shader is just a quad. And I don't know, I don't remember if I need these. They're just there. And here we go. I'm gonna paste this in. Now, these orange things need to be changed right away. So I don't know, why, but this is what they do on GLSL Sandbox, and mine is just called frag color. And frag chord, I actually have these being passed in. It's named vPos. I probably changed that. It's a kind of a dumb name. Let me see. I think, is it basic? There should be a VS. Where's my vertex shader? Texture generic VS? No, generic. Here's my vertex shader. We can just take a look at. Like I said, it's just a quad, but yeah, most of this is commented out. You got some weird stuff for like scaling and stuff that I've got in here, but the out is the vPos here, and yeah, this is so. I don't know, it's just taking in some, we don't need to worry about this for this tutorial, but there is, yeah, it's a quad. Okay, I don't know why I call this Popo. Man, I had some dumb names. Okay, so back to the vertex shader. So another thing, I don't think it likes this one. We can try later, but I don't know what that's about. And I'm also gonna get rid of this here. Don't think it's too important. And so I already deal with time, mouse, and resolution above, so I'm gonna just remove that. Okay, so what we're doing here is it's called ray marching. Anyway, there's gonna be more things I need to change, I believe. But let's just give it a go. In the off chance that it works like that with those minor changes. Oh yeah, it works. Okay, so something about the orientation. Oh, you know what? It's way slowed down. So right now that doesn't really matter, I guess. Just for fun, I'll show you. I mean, it's kind of obvious once you see it, but here's this sign of time. I'm just going to make this 0. I should just make the whole thing 0. Then what else we got? I want to move, that was moving in the Y direction. I'd like it to move to the side. So 1.0? No. Sorry. Time here. Whoops. I'm trying not to be loud with the keyboard because I know it will come out in the audio. Okay. So I'm going to save that, and my time is running a little slow, I notice. Where is there time elsewhere in here? There's time, there's time. It's only in 2 places. All right. I'm just going to do a easy little hack here. I'm just going to say, float time2 equals time times 1.8-ish, and pop in time2 there. Make it a little faster. Okay, so yeah, moving a little faster. It's got this kind of, just ignore this other stuff going on, some HTML stuff I got going on. I'm trying to make a quizzing program for language learning. If you're interested in language learning, let me know in the comments, please. Well, you don't have to, obviously, but just kind of curious if people are interested. So yeah, the resizing, that's not going to work out of the box. That's like another video right there. It was not trivial to set up, to get that set up the way I wanted. Okay, so we got one shader in there, and you can see, kind of chose this example because there's not that much I had to change. Okay, so I'll just mention, this kind of stuff. I guess that's for another video. Never mind. So yeah, it works. Okay, so what I'm going to do is try to bring in the other shader and then kind of combine them. So they work. I already know they work in a similar way. They both have this repetition. Okay, it's like a grid, right? And it's repeating a lot of stuff. These are I don't know why it's dest function. I would think it would be dist because it's supposed to be a distance function. Anyway, let's just grab the code. So this is the one here. Go back on that one. So this is the one. Copy it. Oops. Copy. It's gonna have more than I need though. Just gonna scroll down here. So, okay, we're gonna need the stuff that's in main. In fact, I can kind of replace main. And yeah, this one doesn't have as much stuff going on, which is kind of nice. So, this stuff I've already taken care of. This is taken care of already. These functions, I'm just gonna move them. And this part, stuff that goes above main. This is above main. I already know, okay, so these functions I believe already exist. Yeah, sphere, SD box. But also they're a little different above, I think. So I'm just gonna call this one, I'm gonna rename these with 2s. And wherever this gets used, got 2 here, 2 here. I mean, I wouldn't just run in and start doing this. I already did this once, so I'm kind of already know what I'm looking at here. Then here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep the main, but I'm going to comment out most of it. And what I'm going to do instead of this, let's say frag color equals vec 4, and we're just gonna make it green. Alright, so that's my main function, and wait. That's not even the main function. That's not the main function I want to use here. Sorry. I want to use this main function. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to cut these out. Get rid of this. I'm going to pop it in here. And I'm going to comment out this stuff. Just say first version or old, I guess old. Yeah, and then like I said, I need to change this the pos, and this one fried color. So I kind of don't expect this to work yet, but I do want to change this. So here's what I'm going to do. Frag color equals vec4. Let's make it blue, I guess. Changed my mind. And I'm going to actually just comment out everything here. So my main function is doing nothing. Basically, it's just making the thing blue. And but it's kind of testing that having this stuff in here is fine, and let's just make sure that this is compiling and going. Here's my developer tools stuff for the browser. I'm using the Qt browser if you're interested. Okay, so it's turning it blue, so that's good. Alright, now let's bring in some of this code and see what happens. Actually, let's just bring in, it's just this shader, right? So, and I changed the names. I changed the names of those functions, right? Distance function, did I change it? No. The other ones have SD. Let's look for that. SD, that's it. So they're not getting called. These just get called in the distance function, I believe. Let's check. There's a rotation function as well. Just make sure it's not getting called in main. Wait, this looks like main. It is getting called. But I didn't rename this one. But I will. Let's just call it. This is a define. You know what, I already have a rotation function up here. It takes a float and it returns a matrix. This one, let's just leave it for now. I think it might be okay. I think it's bad practice to have two like this, but let's just see what happens maybe. Just looking for functions that I need to rename. Distance function is okay. The syntax highlighting is quite nice, you know. And you know, these are built-in functions: dot product, normalize, tangent, a cosine, length, power, step function, absolute value, length. These are built-in functions. So let's save that and give it a go. So it's still just blue. I forgot to change that back. Well, at least it's compiling it and it's, you know, running. So that's cool. No errors. And now we'll switch that out. Yeah, so we got this now, which is pretty cool. I hope the recording is coming out here. Looks like it should be okay. So now let's try on combining this a little bit. I want to take the first one and I want to have this kind of glowing orb in it. Alright, so looking at this stuff, let's look at this code a little bit. So this P, you'll see this all the time. I'll make a video maybe just about this, but it's kind of factoring for it's dealing with your resolution, basically. Okay, and this is the position of the camera. The Z value that it's using for the rays. So that's kind of like the rays shoot out. So whether it's ray tracing or ray marching, rays shoot out from some point towards the rectangle of the screen. And so I guess you could play with your field of view by toying with this number. And then the ray direction, it's going to normalize. So the P is the point on the screen and a screen Z. So with the P you get an X and a Y value, screen Z you'll get the Z value. It's normalizing this vector. So it's a unit vector pointing in the direction of the ray that we're going to use for the ray marching. So it does some rotation based on time. Okay, that's all this is. We can comment this out, and I think you saw that there was rotation in before, and this time less rotation. The camera's rotating less than it was before. It's maybe not rotating actually. All right, depth is going to come into play. So this is doing the iterations here as this count, and the other one is not. Oh yeah, it does do the iterations. The iterations are a key step for the ray marching. Yeah, there'll be more videos in the future. I just want to get kind of warmed up making videos here. There'll be better explanations in the future, but iterations are a key step for the ray marching, and it's doing the ray marching here, and this is one of the things it does. It determines the distance from a position on the ray to these what are called signed distance functions. Anyway, so it's kind of complicated. But yeah, this is the ray marching going on, and then this is the lighting stuff. So I'm going to try and let's comment this much out now. This is probably getting defined up here a bit before. So I would comment in everything but the frag color, that's like the return of the function. That's like the end of it. This is not really, okay, camera position. So our camera position is getting changed a bit, but comment out that one. So this just puts the screen Z right there, instead of creating a variable for it. It's got the same depth, 0.0. And so what we're going to use this set of, we're going to use this ray marching, but I want these lights working. So ray direction, this is the thing that's being used twice here, ray dir. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change this to ray dir, because we basically have two different versions of the same thing. Here it's ray direction. I'm going to comment this out, and we don't even need this anymore. It's not getting, I don't think it's getting used down here. No. And P is getting defined twice, so let's just comment out this. So yeah, didn't need any of that, but we got ray dir here. So we had two versions, ray direction here and ray dir here, and so now I'm just using one, the ray dir. And now let's see what's up. Let's see what happens here. It might not compile. I might have created some kind of error. Yeah, it's not working. So what I want to do when it's not working like this is start commenting stuff out and simplifying things. So I'm going to comment out all of this, although I kind of want to make it sort of separated from the other stuff. And I'm going to comment out all this. Hold on, col is not being defined, is it? So where's col? It's being defined up here though. Col. Light distance is defined. DD is defined. I'm not sure. So let's just comment out all of that, and I don't know if that's gonna work. Let's see. I mean, it's not gonna give us our final. Okay, it didn't throw any errors. It's just showing black, which makes sense because color here is just this is a vec3 with 0.0 0.0, 0.0, and so it's black, and that's it. So now let's try commenting back in this. Let's see what happens. Okay, did not collapse. And then, so how about this one? I like to do half. Here's half of what remains. Take half and then half and then half, if you got a bunch of stuff to work on. So, all right, so it's one of these two lines. We've narrowed it down. Process of elimination. So let's see if it's this line, or if this line is okay. That line is not okay. So dot normalize rader. Rader should be okay. Light maybe. Oh yeah, light. Light is not defined. So let us comment this back in here. Let's save that. And I'm just going to quickly look through here. We got at what is being called. So sine, cosine, sine, cosine. So it looks like this light should be okay. It's not calling stuff that wasn't defined. So this is running now. Now let's try commenting back in these lines here. Nope. Probably light color, huh? Yeah. Let's try now. I'll do it. Okay, yeah. Let's try again. Nope. Alright, let's comment out a couple of lines here. So now, so we checked this one, this line already works. Now we're testing this line, 182. Okay, it is at least not crashing. So I guess maybe this, light distance. Where's light distance? Light distance, where are you? Light distance is here. Light color, we have. Color plus equals. Okay, let's try. Yeah, okay, so we got this orb now. I can see it's slowly moving. So we're kind of almost done here with combining these two together. I just want to check if we can add this last line. I think this was giving us trouble, no? You know what? It's probably, is it time? I don't think so, but wait, ray position? I think it's ray position, isn't it? Alright, so instead of ray position is defined here. So here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take ray position, define that here, and get rid of this part so it's not being defined or declared there. Assigned. What do you call that? Declaration? Or is it, I forget. Anyway, so yeah, it's not being declared there anymore. And what was I doing? I just forgot what I was doing. Ray position. I guess maybe it's okay now. But wait, okay. Yeah, we don't need this anymore, but whatever. Yeah, I'll just delete it. Alright, let's check. Yeah. So these kind of combine these things. I want to make it faster. So let's use time 2 here. Let's see where we got time. We got a bunch of time in here. We can 2s. And let's speed it up. Let's make it a lot faster. 4.8. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, and it has this weird flash thing. So, like I said, the flash, I want to work on it. But it was in one of those shaders. I like having it there because it is something I want. I want to improve it. And there you go. So I will make that full screen. I don't think it's going to come out in the recording too well. But that's pretty much it for this video. Sorry that there's a lot of stuff that was not explained. I will do that in the future. You know, it's kind of, yeah, I like making tutorials. It's hard because you want to get everything right. There's stuff to research. Usually I try a few times before I get something I'm willing to upload, and I feel like I should just, I don't know, practice a bit more uploading stuff. So it's full screen. Don't know if this will, so I'm going to talk here when it's not full screen. Worried about the video quality there. So I'm going to make it full screen at the end of the video just to see how it comes out. Resolution goes down, speed goes down. Right now the movement is dependent on the frame rate, which is bad. But that's kind of out of the scope of this video. That's not part of the fragment shader so much as it is the uniform float that you pass in. And yeah, so that's it for this video, and thanks for watching. If you want to help out the channel, subscribe, share, and check out my Patreon. So thank you. Bye.